And hey guys, it's King. Welcome to another Autism Digest interview, where today we have another amazing individual with us. He's a former WWE cruiserweight champion. He is Brian Kendrick. Thanks for coming on, Brian.
Hi, Caden.
I think a lot of people might remember you from your WWE days, but for those that may not know you, do you mind starting off by telling us a bit of your story in your own words?
Sure. Yeah. I guess the reason you're talking to me today is because I'm a professional wrestler. I'm 46 years old right now. My first contract was when I was 20 years old. I'm not currently contracted, and I've been wrestling them around the world for what would be, I guess, yeah, 25 years.
Oh, 25 years is definitely impressive. There's a lot of wrestlers that have wrestled for 15 or 20. I've never heard of someone wrestling for 25 years. My next question for you is do you have any experiences interacting with the autism community that you want to discuss?
Well, I mean, I guess Caden, I'm not exactly sure what the parameters are of autism. And I know now a there's the term neurodivergence, and I don't know if they're one and the same. And so yeah, I'm not sure, but I do meet all types of people, um, and I wouldn't know how to label them exactly. Would you mind giving me a definition, or what the parameters might be for autism, or if there is a difference between that and neurodivergence, and if there is no difference, I just wanted a little clarification, please.
Absolutely. There's no difference between neurodivergence and autism at all. They're one and the same. In fact, neurodivergence is one category. Autism, ADHD, dyslexia, dyspraxia, yeah, basically any of those. And autism specifically relates to struggles with social awareness and social skills specifically.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Um, and uh, I guess to what to what extent? So I'm socially awkward myself. When I wrestle, I become a different person, but I become very uncomfortable looking people in the eyes and day to day. Or if I do interact with them, I will be looking them in the eyes, and then they get uncomfortable, and it makes me feel uncomfortable. So I um, struggle in walking through life gracefully. So um, as far as any of that goes, yeah, I get to interact with lots of people who have autism or something at least close to what you describe at meet and greets and stuff, and um, I it's it's nice to see that if they are shy, and it is rare for them to come out, that when they do come out, it's for professional wrestling, because uh, I think it's nice to see that it's a safe place for people to go to. It was a safe place for me to go to when I was a kid, watching professional wrestling on TV, by myself as a young man, kind of using it as a father figure. And so, um, yeah, it's nice that it is a safe place for people who do have struggles interacting with others.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that autistic people take refuge in as a coping mechanism to social interaction. For myself specifically, it's music, so I definitely
Mm.
relate to that. My next question for you is there's a lot of neurodivergent wrestlers out there currently. One person I've interviewed previously was on Monster Factory. How do you think the WWE does with inclusion initiatives for their wrestlers?
Well, again, so when you say autism is one of many different neurodivergent categories, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And so when I was young, and again, I'm 46 now, so we're talking about 38, 39 years ago, for a brief period of time, I was put on Ritalin. And it I don't think it lasted 2 months even. You know, I was so young, I don't, really remember being on it or getting off of it, but my mom remembers, and has told me about it. And this is because of uh, what they would have called like hyperactivity. I was a hyperactive child because this would have been in the mid 80s. It may 86, something like that, 87. Um, would that count as neurodivergence?
It definitely would count
It would.
as
It would.
neurodivergence.
Okay. Okay, so then I myself, at least as a child by this doctor, was labeled as hyperactive and was put on that medicine. Um, Again, that was a short period of time that I don't remember. But people's like that, if these are people, when I hear the term spectrum, I guess I understand now what that means. It's the spectrum of neurodivergence. Is that correct, Caden?
Yes, yes, sir.
Oh,
Or for autism specifically, it's level 1, 2, or 3, with 1 being high functioning. You just have some social stuff you got to work on, and level 3 being you can't take care of yourself at all. You can't walk, can't talk, and need a caregiver.
mm, mm. Okay. So as far as like a level three, might be really hard to make it in professional wrestling just based off of what it in fact is. But people with neurodivergence, I guess, at least again, like what I was labeled as, there's going to be plenty of people like us that have made it in pro wrestling, uh, one form or another. And even now there are younger wrestlers, throughout the world. I travel, to different continents and wrestle on smaller shows, and kids throughout the world. Well, I call them kids, but young wrestlers in their 20s, they're on medicines, not weight loss medicines. It has something to do with mood or behavior. I don't know, but those types of medicines. So I think it's pretty commonplace.
I definitely agree with that. I've talked with a lot of different people who I didn't know were neurodivergent on here, so I definitely relate to that. My last question for you is: so, what does the future hold for you? Do you have any projects in the work that you want to promote?
Uh, just right now, I'm wrestling around the world. Wrestling for Legion Lucha Libre in Chile coming up. Be going back to Brit King Pro in England later on. Uh, it's just I don't know where I'm going next, Caden. That's, I guess, my thing I need to figure out is what my next goal is. I would like that so I could direct energy towards it. But in the meantime, it's just trying to uh, uh, do my best at what it is I'm doing
I definitely feel that. Anyways, that's going to do it for listening to you guys. Thank you so much to Brian for coming on and sharing his story and allowing me to educate him on neurodiversity. If you guys want to see more amazing interviews, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Autism Digest channel. Stay tuned for our November issue that's coming soon. You can get that by going to autismdigest.com. It looks something like this right here. And stay tuned for the audio file of this interview to be posted on our Spotify. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.